Hey, 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 mighty peeps. Oh, look, we're back to a Thursday Tips edition. Jennifer Park at Mighty Marketing Mojo. And I have a question for you, my solopreneur pals, my business coaches, health coaches, parenting coaches, authors, consultant pals. Are you scared of sending emails? Are you worried that you suck at email marketing? Consider this a room of open and catharsis because I used to sweat every email I sent. I sweated and possibly even cried over every unsub. I have suffered the dreaded blank screen blues. And I once kind of sucked at email. I, I say only kind of because I knew totally in theory what I was supposed to be doing. I'd gone to the webinars, I'd read the posts, I'd read the books. Yes, books about email. This was so mid 2000s, folks. And I listened and I took the courses and I listened to the gurus and I knew what was supposed to happen. Because, folks, remember, I had a marketing background, I have a communications background. I was an advertising executive. And while email was not our primary channel in brand and consumer communications 25 years ago, hey, peeps. Good morning, Tracy. I knew marketing strategy. It's kind of what I'd been cut my teeth on. But then I'd also been in academia and I'd been trained to write things and be all professional and newsy. So I'd figured out the software part, mostly back at the beginning of starting as a solopreneur a decade ago. And I had started building a list and I had already switched from MailChimp to real email software. Was with Aweber for about 6 years. There was a little dalliance with Drip in there somewhere. I'd learned automations or follow-ups and I sent emails. I sent newsletters, really, and they were quite newsy. I actually loved that Aweber had an app where I could just drop in links and curated content. I think it was literally called Curate, and boom, I have a pretty newsletter. And my people liked them. I gave tons of value. And I had no idea how to really integrate the social selling relationship building part. I was not telling my little growing list how to work with me. Or I was That was the part I sucked at. I understood the technical side. I understood the strategic side of email marketing. Um, and when I did tell them maybe how to work with me, well, it turns out the list that I'd sort of built at that point in time was mostly my pals, my fellow consultants, which is probably why I sweated every unsub. I all knew them personally. They were lovely nonprofit people. They were hardworking librarians. That was the niche for the consulting business, my other biz, and none of them were the people who were either likely or able to hire me as a consultant. I had built the wrong and non targeted audience. And I don't regret any of that from those years because I learned email and I learned the software and I learned how to write some emails. And more importantly, I learned how to send them. Oh, but the other sucky part was I was inconsistent. So maybe there's like a monthly newsletter because that whole I'm scared of sending emails part and oh, I don't want to piss people off and I don't want to send emails too often. And everything I have heard from you, my mighty pals, my fellow coaches, my fellow consultants for years. And I got serious about email marketing for Mighty Marketing Mojo because I kind of turned what had been a side blog. Yes, I had a side hustle to my own business basically into Mighty Marketing Mojo. And I looked that up, and that really wasn't until mid 2018. So, yes, Mighty Marketing Mojo is still young. But I knew I had to burn some things down and start over. And I had to act on email marketing and not just know things in theory. So I was getting better, still inconsistent. And I knew I was inconsistent and I knew what I needed to do and I wasn't doing it. And I got serious finally in January of 2019. And so even though I've been working in my business since 2012 and everything else, I only really got serious about email marketing and growing and figuring out the right things to say and send a little about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I have to do the math on this. 19 to 20 to 21. Okay, for coming up on 3. And it was for 2 key reasons. So in that January, I participated in a 30-day email writing dare. It was a challenge from business coach Kelly McCausey at Love People and Make Money. And at the same time, like 5 days into the challenge, I decided I was finally going to switch email software, and I moved to ActiveCampaign because I knew I needed its features to truly get better. At the time, I had 79 solopreneur pals left in my active Mighty Marketing Mojo list when I had burned everything down basically and started over and moved to ActiveCampaign. I had a separate list for my library and consulting business. Like I said, I probably knew each of the 79 people personally. And it is not about the numbers. That's tomorrow's live chat turn in to talk about it's not about the numbers. But today, like 3 years later, I can tell you that my community has grown by 2,597%. Honest to God, I could show you the screen in ActiveCampaign, and it blows my mind. But what blows my mind more is perhaps how many emails I've sent that I sometimes still sweat sending the emails, like the ones I scheduled, and many of you have gotten today, which is why you're watching. Hey, folks. But I'm telling you this, and I'm burying my email soul, so to speak, to prove that anyone can go from zero. All right, we'll say 0 to hero, but it's 0 to consistent, 0 to something that's a hell of a lot more. And yes, it takes work. It takes some luck. It takes connections. And sometimes it takes a kick in the butt. And it takes group support. Challenges. I went from, sending emails to maybe not the right people. And then I had my solopreneur pals, and I knew they were right for Mighty Marketing Mojo. That was still sporadic and monthly, and maybe I'd gotten almost a 2 times a month kind of habit. It was still mostly newsy, and it was information packed, and it was boring. And now, according to ActiveCampaign, it's something like somewhere in the neighborhood of 440 emails sent. And I know people who probably sent a ton more. But I went from 0, or practically 0, to a number that, boggles my mind a little bit. And the more importantly is it tells me I've been consistent. I'm emailing. And I know that as I email, Mighty Marketing Mojo became a legit business. I had people to talk to. I had people to serve. I could help people because I was talking to them more often. And I'm not even counting the number of emails that have gone out over time as parts of dozens of automated series. I had 0 automations when I moved to ActiveCampaign. I started from scratch. It's probably a whole nother thing. And the very first Thursday tips email was sent out in March of 2019. I went from 0 to a consistent, pretty much at least weekly habit. And then I added in some other emails, and then there were like Monday musings. And yes, sometimes I name my emails, but you don't have to. And then there were other emails. And I learned to send affiliate emails and to send promotional emails and just because emails and survey emails and finding out what the hell do you want to know from me emails. And all of it came about because I got help and I got a kick in the pants, and I'm telling you, you don't have to be exactly like me. You may not see the same list growth, and that's okay. You may not email weekly to start, and that's okay. I just want to encourage you to commit to building your own email habits. That's what I want you to make your resolution or your goal in 2022. So let's get back to that other January moment besides changing email software, which I feel like really truly changed my business. The email challenge. The challenge, it dared me. I'm kind of a sucker for a dare in that regard. There were prizes. I'm a sucker for brownies. It kicked me in the butt. It encouraged me. It gave me ideas. Literally, there were 30 writing prompts that month. It held me accountable because I'm in the group and I didn't want to show up and be on calls and then not be writing emails and not coming back and checking into the group to say, I did it. I got 1 done today. Or maybe I got 2 done today. I use the power of stickers. I'm trying to think. I think I still have, because I kept them. Yeah, I do. impromptu here. So when I was in Kelly's challenge, she gave us a tracker. And folks, I'm nearly 50 years old, and the power of stickers, amazing. Amazing what I will do so that I can check things off my to-do list and give myself a literal blue or gold star. I feel like that it kept me going, it gave me momentum, it gave me mojo, the very mojo I've been trying to talk about and encourage for you. I feel like it changed everything for my business. So even when I didn't have a very big list, I still don't think in the world of online businesses, I'm still not considered to have a big list, even if it's umpteen percentage, 1,000 percentage points bigger. I have more people I can talk to, which is great. And I love each and every one of them, the ones that I know personally and the ones that I don't have known yet. But I want that same energy for you. I want, more importantly, the same confidence, so that even if you decide you're going to only email twice a week, twice a month, that it feels good, that that there's momentum and you can keep doing it and building it. Because email is still a super efficient and profitable marketing tactic. It is a relationship builder. It is a business builder. Remember, folks, you own your email list. You don't own your social media followers. You can leave and go to other platforms like Circle or something else, and there's no guarantee your Facebook fans are going to follow you. Your email fans, however, have given permission for you to talk to them. And you don't need a huge list. Again, talking numbers and things like that tomorrow. Come back at noon tomorrow for more. And you certainly do not need to be blasting people with emails and several offers multiple times per day, what a headache, in order to build your business or make money. And I feel like I'm proof of that, and I'm telling you that behind the scenes, showing it all, because I want you to come and join me. And emails and offers are a way for you to serve your people. But you need to build a relationship, and it's really hard to build a relationship if you show up in somebody's life and their inbox once a month. It's super easy for that person to miss your email entirely. If you only offered a way to work with you once a month and they don't see, open, and read that one email, boom, gone. Opportunity lost for another month. That's not a business builder, folks. I know somebody who emails, it feels like sporadically once a quarter. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, honey. There are other times people are emailing, they're like, oh, I don't want to bother people. You just joined my list. And I get that. That's a whole other sort of discussion about, people who've been in giveaways and bundles, and then they don't want to inundate their new people. But here's the other thing. I just subscribed to a whole bunch of new lists, and I'm eager to learn who they are and can they help me. And when they don't send me emails for like 2 weeks after the event, I'm like, who the hell are you? And remind me, what are you about? What's your topic? What do you teach on? Where do you? I just signed up for you, but who are you? Don't do that. Don't leave your people hanging. And so when I talk about consistent, going from 0 to consistent does not mean daily. It does not mean it. What it means is that you do not email randomly, sporadically, when the moon tells you to, or it feels right. I don't feel like emailing. Look, we all don't feel like emailing, and if that's the case, maybe you don't email that week. If you've already built up a habit, it's okay to take a week off. When you have no habit and you're inconsistent in showing up for your people, that makes it a little less business building-y for you to just go, I don't feel it. So look, if you've been a little bit negligent, and we've all been there, I've had to send the reviving my list email way more than one time in the last decade. It happens. And if you haven't emailed in a while, been there, done that. If you are starting from scratch, been there, done that. If you keep wondering what to say, yeah, been there too. And you aren't sure how to be of service with value and making offers, please do not feel embarrassed. Do not despair. Do not go and hide back under your desk and to say, yeah, never mind, walking away from email. Because I know the power of building a habit. And the best way I know to do that is a 30-day challenge. No, not a 5-day challenge, not a 10-day challenge. We are trying to build a long-term, long goal. This is a marathon, not a sprint kind of habit. So my pal Kelly isn't doing her email challenge anymore. And when she told me that, I'm like, oh, you may have heard me. I did a podcast with her, and she asked me like, what had been my feelings and why. I'm like, no, I need this. I need the kick. I need the gold stars on my sheet. And so many other solopreneurs need it too. So many other course creators and coaches need that accountability and group support to get it done and to get into momentum and mojo. Which is why I said, no, I'm going to help them fix that. I'm taking the challenge. And Kelly gave me permission and blessing and a kick in the butt and reviewed my sales page. And she's promoting for me. And I'm running the Write Your Damn Emails challenge in January. I'm inviting you to come along with me for 30 days in January to create one of the best habits I know in building and sustaining your business. It's an email writing habit, which hopefully leads to an email sending habit. Folks, I'm encouraging you to come with me and to write 30 emails in January. You may not write one a day. Maybe there's a day where you skip off and you take off and you write 2 the next day, and you get in the flow and you write 3 one day, and then you take another day off, and you most certainly do not have to send 30 emails. Dear God, no. I probably still haven't sent all the emails that I've written out over the years that I did a 30-day challenge. This is also ties back into yesterday's video where I talked about batching content. Your future self will thank your past self because you will have built up a library of content that you can dip into and use because you wrote 30 emails in a month. The thing I want to focus on during the challenge, I want to help you find your voice, your rhythm. What does consistent mean for you? What can you do so that you don't burn out and go whole hog and like, that's why we're not writing and sending, we're not sending dirty emails. You're going to burn out like a rocket. I want you to be able to figure out what's the rhythm that helps you to keep going for the rest of 2022 and beyond. I want it to be your place for inspiration. We're going to work on reviving your community. We're going to work on nurturing those relationships. We're going to write emails that make offers. We're going to be able to plan and be more strategic. We're going to get a printable for an email planner, as well as did the cool little email tracker up last night. You're getting daily emails from me with tips. There's a whole lot of writing prompts you're going to get. There's coaching. There's group brainstorming. We are not going to have any blank screen blues during the month of January. I want you to be able to figure out what makes it easier for you to sit down and write your own emails. So this is the part where I share you and make sure that you see there's the link. Hey, if you're one of my mighty pals and you're already on the Mighty Marketing Mojo email community, you should have gotten this link today. Please go check your inboxes and drag me out of the promotions or the junk tab folder. And I will make sure that I leave it in the comments. Let's get that link. And we're going to drop it in the comments here. And I'm going to invite you to join me to write emails in January. And I'm also going to tell you that you want the best price possible on this challenge. It's $97, and I'm giving you a coupon code to save $30 through Sunday night, December 19th. You're going to use coupon code ACTION30 in all caps because, you know, I've already been told 97 is a hella good deal when you get twice a week coaching calls, Mondays and Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern, plus the prompts, plus the tracker, plus the brainstorming, plus the tips and the inspiration and all of that goodness. And it's an even better stupid, silly, good deal at $67. So I'm really hoping, and here's also the point where if you have questions, if you want to talk to me about the challenge, and this is where here we go. See, there's the challenge. Here we go. This is where the page is going to take you to. And so you can read all about the same story here that I've told you and about getting past that whole blank screen blues. Because the other part of this is that even if you have only one person, even if the only people that are on your email community right now are your pals and your best buddies, it's cool. You're still an email marketer. You need to act like it. You need to write the emails. You need to send the emails. You need the kick in the pants just like I got in 2019. And so here we go. There, you're going to write for that big, big yellow button. And we're going to work on finding your rhythm. You're going to get supported in all of this. This is everything I already told you. Oh, I want to use the picture. We got the group coaching calls. There's the beautiful little planner that you're going to get to help you continue to build this habit, to take it beyond January, that you can print out, that you can write stuff down. If you're digital, figure that out as well. Do it in the Word document. You know, if I send it to you, I'll send you as a Word document. And I just can't stress enough the power of a community, of having other people there when you're like, I still don't know what to say. How did you use this prompt for your business? You're a coach. How did you turn that around? Oh, you sell printables? How did you use this one? Oh, you're in the healthcare niche? I'm in wellness too. How do we do this together? That's the power of a group. There's the challenge. Oh, and there are prizes. Yes, I'm still working out the details. I'm talking to a friend. There's maybe some chocolate involved. There's some other physical cool things that are going to be involved. If you write the 30 emails in the 30 days, you get all the stickers on your chart. If you participate in the community or on the coaching calls, you're a finisher. I'm going to send you a prize because prizes are great. And I want to encourage you to do this and to join me. And I know that I work really hard for prizes and stars. So I thought, my friends might too. Any questions? There we go. Here's all the details. There's the prizes, the group support. Yes, the private group is in Facebook. I debated about putting it someplace else. I'm just trying to keep things easy for me and a lot of other folks. You have access to me. We can figure other things out, but I want you to join in. I want you to talk. I want you to chat. Most importantly, I want you to write your damn emails because I know what it means for your business. I know you can go with being able to sell that course, to be able to work with more clients one-on-one, to be able to tell them about your services, to be able to tell them about what it is that you do. This works for any type of online business. It works for if you're a retail business. Email is so important, as well as building that relationship where people have to know, like, and trust you. And that's part of tomorrow's video, talking about why it's not the numbers that matter, it's the results. And one of the ways we get to those results, one of the reasons I'm sitting here with a business at Mighty Marketing Mojo, is because of email. And if you'd asked me 3 years ago that was going to be my primary content and the way that I talk to you guys, besides Facebook Lives, okay, I didn't think either of those were likely in January of 2019. And now I don't know where I'd be without either of them. So you can do it too. You can go from 0 to consistent. We can help you find your consistent. So join me in the challenge. Take me up on the offer. Register before December 9th, the end of day, December 19th, with the coupon code ACTION30 in all capitals. If you need any questions, anything else like that, leave me a comment, message me. But I really, really want to see you inside of the challenge along with the other folks who've already joined me. I can't wait to see how big this gets. I can't wait to see however many people there are when we're with me, because I know everybody who's in that challenge is going to see a difference by the end of January. Got any questions? Drop me a comment. Otherwise, I will see you at noon tomorrow, where we will keep talking about email and the power of building relationships and a community. Go from 0 to consistent. You've got this.